Hello, it's Ash Wednesday, the 2nd of March. Welcome to the first of our Lent reflections based on the live Lent material from the Church of England. The Archbishops of Canterbury and York say, "For many people, Lent is a time of fasting, choosing to go without. This year, we are remembering the cry of the prophet Isaiah, 'Is not this the fast that I choose, to loose the bonds of injustice?'" This was part of the reading from Isaiah 58 that we had in church this morning. This Lent, we are called upon to be speakers and seekers of justice. We reflect on the injustices of the world and ask what God is calling us to do about them. Our prayer is that this may be a time for you to see afresh the vision of God and join in making his promise of a world transformed a reality. We start with justice in creation. The Genesis creation accounts paint an idyllic picture of humanity, all created equal, made in the image of God, in their diversity and difference, and enjoying the gifts of God in abundance. How did it all go so wrong? This week, pray every morning that God would help you see his image in every person you meet. In the evening, spend a few minutes reviewing the day. Who did you meet God in? Who did you struggle with? Today's session is titled Turning From and Turning To, and our reading is Isaiah 55, verses 1 to 11. "Come, all you who are thirsty, come to the waters, and you who have no money, come, buy and eat. Come, buy wine and milk without money and without cost. Why spend money on what is not bread, and your labour on what does not satisfy? Listen to me, and eat what is good, and you will delight in the richest of fare. Give ear and come to me. Listen that you may live. I will make an everlasting covenant with you, my faithful love promised to David. See, I have made him a witness to the peoples, a ruler and commander of the peoples. Surely you will summon nations you know not, and nations you do not know will come running to you, because of the Lord your God, the Holy One of Israel, for he has endowed you with splendour. Seek the Lord while he may be found, call on him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake their ways, and the unrighteous their thoughts. Let them turn to the Lord, and he will have mercy on them, and to our God, for he will freely pardon. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. As the rain and the snow come down from heaven and do not return to it without watering the earth and making it bud and flourish, so that it yields seed for the sower and bread for the eater, so is my word that goes out from my mouth. It will not return to me empty, but will accomplish what I desire and achieve the purpose for which I sent it." Ash Wednesday is a day of turnings, a day when we turn inwards and examine our lives, a day when we turn from the depths of winter to waiting for Easter, and a day when we choose to turn away from sin and towards a new life. In church, as we anoint people with ash, we say the words, "Remember that you are dust, and to dust you shall return. Turn away from sin and be faithful to Christ." This isn't something we do on our own. Christians all over the world use this time as a yearly reminder of our frailty and God's grace. Doing this together reminds us that it isn't just our personal lives that need transforming, but those of our communities, our countries, and the whole world. On Ash Wednesday and throughout Lent, We lament the brokenness of the entire world, its sin, inequality and injustice, and we long for God's intervention to come and teach us what true justice, peace and freedom look like. As Isaiah reminds us, we should seek the Lord, and those who have done wrong should change their ways and accept God's pardon. A prayer. Loving God, we bring ourselves, our churches and our world before you. We ask that you show us individually and together how to turn and walk in your ways. Amen.